Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, when I start this lesson off by giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashim, Makakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Honors to all the brothers who are still fervently pushing the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to all the sincere believers. Now, this lesson is going to be based on a upstate family that died overnight in a house fire. So through the Spirit, I'm going to read this article, get some precepts, and Lord's will you're edified. It says the Cherokee County Coroner's Office is investigating after it says 4 members of a Gaffney family died in a house fire early Sunday morning. Coroner Dennis Fowler said the fire on East 3rd Street was reported at 1:40 a.m. by someone who managed to escape the burning one-story home. Kathy Shippey ran across the street and asked a neighbor to call 911. A doorbell camera on the neighbor's house shows the structure was fully involved with fire at that time, according to Fowler. Fowler identified the victims, saying it 38-year-old Willie Morris, 25-year-old Dakia Shippey, 4-year-old Mason Isaac, and 7-month-old Jarek Cree McGill all died in the fire. Kathy Shippey said Morris was attempting to refuel a kerosene heater inside the home when fire erupted. All 4 victims were found on the floor of the kitchen at the rear of the house and appeared to have been trying to escape through a window when they were overcome by smoke. So we're told autopsies will be performed to assist with the multiple fatality fire being investigated by the coroner. Yeah, so this was some judgment from the Lord that resulted in four people being killed. Psalms 9:16. The Lord Yahweh is known by the judgment which he executeth. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Higgaion Selah. And that's right, and these deadly fires are judgment from the Lord. And I know there are people that'll be like, well, what did the children do? Well, more than likely, the Lord was punishing them for something that they did in a past life that he was judging them for early on in this life. Because that's how reincarnation works. You die in one life, and then you get brought back. And the scriptures tell us that every 3rd or 4th generation, we get brought back to play out our judgment. Romans 2:11, for there is no respect of persons with Yahweh. And that's right. The Heavenly Father is no respecter of persons. Man, woman, child, regardless of your age, regardless of your gender, regardless of your status in society. If the Lord deems you to be wicked and he wants to pass judgment upon you, then that's what's going to happen. And that judgment is going to manifest in whatever way the Lord sees fit. Ecclesiasticus 39:28, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. And when you look up the definition of appease, it means to satisfy. You look up Psalms 7 and 11. Psalm 7 and 11, Yahweh judgeth the righteous, and Yahweh is angry with the wicked every day. So if the Heavenly Father is angry with the wicked every day, and then these spirits of vengeance were created to appease or to satisfy the wrath of him that made them, then it makes sense that these judgments are the Lord's anger towards wicked people being manifested. So these deadly fires, these deadly shootings and stabbings and car crashes and earthquakes and every other type of judgment, that's the Lord's wrath right there. That's his anger towards these wicked people being put on display. Verse 29, fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. So that fire was used to kill those four people. And that was the vengeance of the Heavenly Father being brought upon them. Deuteronomy 32:39. See now that I, even I, am He, and there is no power with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. And through his spirits that are created for vengeance, the Heavenly Father kills and wounds wicked people every day. And he's going to continue to do that until the kingdom of heaven is established and America ultimately gets destroyed beforehand. First Samuel 2:6, the Lord Yahweh killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. And that's right. The Heavenly Father, through his spirits of vengeance, he kills people. He kills wicked people, men, women, and children. Job 4:7, remember I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? And the answer is no one has perished being innocent. So those kids that died in that fire, they were not innocent in the eyes of the Lord. Otherwise, the Lord would have allowed them to be saved. But instead, they perished because they were not innocent, they were wicked. Verse 8, even as I have seen they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. And that's what we see take place every day. Wicked people reaping what they've sown. For being wicked, for angering the Lord, for provoking him unto wrath. Now those sore strokes have to be brought upon them. Ecclesiastes 3:1, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Verse 2, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. And for those four people, it was their time to die. Plain and simple. According to the will of the Lord, it was their time to die. And so the Lord brought his vengeance upon them through that fire. There was nothing that could have been done to save them because it was the will of the Lord for them not to survive. Hebrews 10:31, it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. And that's right. And like they said, that those people, it looked like they were trying to escape, but they got overcome by the smoke. And that must have been a terrifying situation for them. Fire breaks out, they're trying to escape, there's too much smoke, they got to try to save the kids. Just a very chaotic and stressful and scary situation. And most of them did not make it out. This is why you're supposed to fear the Lord. This is why you're supposed to be acting right in the eyes of the Lord, not being a wicked demon. Because at some point, the Lord is going to send his spirits of vengeance upon you. And there's nothing that anybody can do to save you. So those of us of the hopeful elect have to continue to let these judgments be a warning to us of what can happen if we anger the Lord. Proverbs 19:23, the fear of the Lord Yahweh tendeth to life, and he that hath it shall abide satisfied. He shall not be visited with evil. And that's right. If you're fearing the Lord, following the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, rehearsing the righteous acts, staying prayed up, staying circumspect, watching and reading, and just doing righteous things according to the scriptures in the sight of the Lord, then he's going to take care of you and keep you and your loved ones protected. But if you're out here being wicked, then at some point you're going to get visited by the Lord through his spirits of vengeance, and sore strokes will be laid upon you. And this judgment was a primary example of that. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. In closing, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakwadash, the Wadi Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, for putting his spirit on me to do this lesson. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to our brothers who are still fervently pushing the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to all the sincere believers. Hope you all stay strong, stay safe, stay fervent, stay circumspect, stay prayed up. Adawan Ratazah. Until next time, Shalom.